Hi, crafters. It's Lisa coming to you with another live. We are going to work on a really cool 18-inch round door hanger, and I hope that you're going to enjoy it. So if you've been looking for our awesome autumn leaves pattern, it's back in stock today. So if you didn't know it, jump on, go grab yourself some. You are going to love it. You can see that this one is well loved. I've been using it quite a bit. So I just happen to have one that I can use. So we're going to work with that. We're going to work with another stencil. We're going to have such a great time. So say hey, hi. Again, I'm Lisa. We're going to have a great time making a door hanger today. So just type hi in the comments. I like to know that you're watching and that you did see the video. And let me know at the end too if you enjoyed it too. I love feedback, love to see how we can do better. And, if you're enjoying the types of crafts that we're doing, everybody's got their own taste. And so you got mine today. All right. So I have got one of these white rounds, pre-painted rounds that we sell. Okay, and this is the 18-inch round. And what I did is I went ahead and I painted it. So what you're going to need is you're going to need to do this project that I'm doing. You're going to need an 18-inch round, white round, painted. You're going to need some painter's tape. Okay, I have some acrylic paint. This is house paint, and you can hardly read it anymore. It's made by Bear, and literally, I got it at, can you see that, for 50 cents. So I like to go to the Oops area. This one was Home Depot. I regularly just roll right by there and see what I can pick up. And then I've got some jute, and we're going to make a bow. Trust me, it's gonna be good. I'm stepping up my game, you guys, just for you. All right, and I've got two different colors of ribbon. Both of these actually I got at the Crafters Square in the Dollar Tree. Okay, tons of really cool ribbon right now. All right, I'm also going to use this Grateful, Thankful, Blessed. You can use it for so many different things. I mean, table runners. This is just an awesome stencil. I think this is our third comeback on this one. It's going to go away probably after this year, but we just could not bring it back. So you'll need this stencil. You will need the autumn leaves pattern. You're going to need your stencil scissors, right? I've got um, a, a towel, a tacky towel, and then I've got some magnolia green paste. I've got some candy apple red. You can use whatever you've got. Just for me, this kind of just like screams fall to me, especially when you do the hot mess like technique, which is what I'm going to do. I've got this, what is this called, you guys? This is some kind of purple. Pansy. Okay, pansy. And then I've got this bright orange tiger. All right, so that I think is all we need. Oh, I did want to say that I have some paper, and you could use anything you want. I just always happen to have this type of paper laying around, this waxed paper, because I bake and decorate a lot, so I use it. But we're going to use it for a template for later, okay? And then I'm also going to use a drill because I'm going to show you how to measure the right way, or at least my way of putting the holes through a round so that you find the center and you hang it up. You can hang it up centered, right? All right, so let's get going. So what I did is I took this round and I measured. I said, you know what? This stencil, this part of the stencil here is 6 inches exactly. And I think that the space between here is like 5 3/4. I didn't want it to be exactly 6, but it's right around that. And what I did is I literally laid it on my self-healing mat so I could see the numbers across. And then I took my painter's tape and I laid down the first one, then laid down the second one. And that's how I got this nice fine line. Now, after I did that, I did go and measure between the tape to make sure that it was going to look nice and it was actually even, right? Not just eagle eye, but so that it was even. All right, so I hope this is dry enough for us to get rocking and rolling. So what I'm going to do first is I am going to stencil the leaf pattern on, And then we're going to let that dry for a bit while we work on the bow. Then we'll come back and we'll do the grateful, thankful. Then we'll drill it and then we'll put the bow on. Okay, so that's the order. I'm going to move the camera down so you can see what I'm doing. My vision here was to put this grateful, thankful right here, okay, right across the area where I painted. And I just chose this color because I thought that it would look good, you know, with this ribbon that I had, and really quite literally, I had it on hand. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my autumn leaf stencil. Let me move this a little, get that out of the way. And I am going to fuzz it a little bit. I have used it quite a bit, but you can hear it. It's still pretty sticky. Oh, you want to know why, guys? I put it on the wrong side. Help me. Okay. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to fuzz it a few times. You don't want the back of your stencil to stick to itself. It's okay if it sticks to other things, like sometimes I'll lay it right on top of paint, and that's okay. You just don't want it to stick to itself. So this fall leaves pattern and all the patterns that we create are created with a repeat tool, meaning that you can just line them back up and start shaping again. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is, now that I think that that's about where I want it, I'm going to come and line this up right here, right with that line. Now, what I could do is I could actually lay some painter's tape on top of this painted area and then stencil right up to it. But I'm going to live on the edge like I always do. And we'll go this way. All right, I don't want my leaves up on this painted surface though. All right, so I'm going to come around here, just smooth it all down. I don't care if it's perfect or not perfect but I do want to get the air bubbles out, right? All right, let's get started with our hot mess technique. So I'm just going to, dab here and there. And I really like to get a lot of different colors in these leaves. Okay. Green. Oh, let's be pretty generous with the green. That's going to be beautiful. Okay. I am now almost ready for fall. Almost. Can't give in, can't give up. I just love the heat. Love the heat. Okay, and then what did we miss? Red. Okay. So you don't have to do red. I was actually even thinking about maybe doing mustard because, again, I'm thinking about what goes with this color and then what goes with the ribbons that I selected. So that's why I went ahead and went with some red to put it in here. Quite honestly, when this stuff kind of goobly kind of gets all together, it's going to turn kind of a brownish kind of weird color in some places anyway. So, all right, let me see if I don't think I need anything else. So now I'm going to come and just kind of swirl it together. I don't care if I'm leaving blotches. I think it might actually look cool. Okay. I do want to go ahead and get it all together. And all the way to the edge. You guys, I wouldn't normally put this on a paper towel, but that's what I'm doing today. Sometimes you gotta just go with it. Who has done this stencil yet? Because it is wonderful. When I was making it, I was imagining what we could do, but you guys have done so many cool things with it. All right, so now let me lift it up and pull away. Oh, it pulled up a tad of my paint. I did not spray it beforehand. That's okay. I can come back later and we'll touch it up a tad. But look at folks. Let me hang this off the edge a smidge so that it doesn't fold in on itself. All right, and look at those beautiful, beautiful leaves. Oh, fave, my fave. Okay, now I'm gonna come and I'm gonna do the other side. I'm gonna let this dry a little bit before I come back, okay? All right. Try not to squish it down so hard up against that red, the painted area. Okay, just smooth it out again because while it's okay that we're getting like this hot mess going on, right? That's what we want. We do want to make sure that we corral it underneath what we got going on. I'm loving these colors. I'm just loving them. Look at them. Look how gorgeous they are. Oh, love these colors. We've picked some really super vibrant colors for fall, some muted as well, but for this time. Okay. If you have done this, used this stencil before, and you have a picture handy, would you please share it in the comments so other people can see what you've done? Going back around again, loving the green, totally loving the green. So I'm going to put, for what I saw down here, I'm going to make sure that I put plenty of green in here because that turned out just beautiful. Yeah, you guys, so what I was saying earlier is for this middle piece, I did not spray it with poly, and I really should have, or wax it or something before I set my stencil down on it, and I did not. So shame on me for that, but I will touch it up in a bit. Okay. I definitely want to get enough red in there because the red is that center part, and I want to bring it all back to life or bring it all together. And then again, it is part of my ribbon. All right, so let's do it again. Get all the way to the edge, right? All the way. I want to chintz on this beautiful design. This is going to be so gorgeous. I cannot wait to put this up. Okay, just going through, making sure I didn't miss anything and kind of getting rid of that excess without trying to, create brown. All right, so here we go again. Oh, beautiful. I did pick up some more of that red. So a lesson learned for myself. Okay, moving on. Okay, so as soon as this dries over here, looks like I got a little bit of a boo-boo there. I'm actually going to wait till that dries before I touch it. And then I can just wipe it off with some white. Okay, let's see how it's going. Pretty good. I'm going to get out my trusty heat gun and get this going for just a minute. I'm doing the heat gun particularly on the edges of the stencil because I'm going to attempt to match it up here with the pattern. And I want to make sure I don't pull up that chalk paste that I just did. I just put on there. Okay, let me grab a paintbrush real quick. Okay, and I'll just touch up this red. I don't know. It's kind of like a red, kind of like a burgundy. All right. Anybody else ever do this? Make a mistake like this. Oh, have to cover it up. Yep, me all the time. Okay. You know what? If it really gets bad, you know what I'm going to do? I'm probably going to put some leaves in there or something. All right, let me put this off to the side. And while that is drying, we're going to go over our bow. But look at you guys, before we work on the bow, I want to show you what we have so far. Look how gorgeous. Look how gorgeous those leaves are. Oh, now you know why this thing has sold out. It's just beautiful. Okay, so next is the bow. Now, let me put this off to the side. Okay, the bow, my friends. You know, I'm struggling to be a good bow maker. I really am. And I I keep watching all these videos. I'm like, surely I can learn how to do this. It can't be that hard. So I grabbed those ribbons, like I said, and I modified somebody's version to come up with my own, and we will see if I did a good job or not. I'm just trying to clean up my mess real quick here to make space. Okay. All right, moving everything out of the way, and let me grab those, and then I'll show you what I did. Okay, one of the things I forgot to mention, besides the ribbon, you'll also need a piece of floral wire or a pipe cleaner if you'd rather. Okay, and then what I did is I went ahead and I measured all of them out 16 inches. Okay, and I will show you how I did that because, you know, the self-healing mat has measurements on it, right? So let me show you. So I just took the rolls and I put it across the self-healing mat and I cut them all at 16 inches. Okay. And then what I did is I came up with an odd number. So I've got to have like, you know, 5, 7, 9, something like that. It's got to be an odd number. And now look what I've got. I've got these all cut up and ready to go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them and remember I said 16, so I'm just going to fold in half. Okay, and then right in the middle, so that's going to be at 4, I'm just going to pinch it. And then I'm going to hold it together. Okay, good luck to me. Okay, so in the middle at 4 inches, and I'm going to pinch it. I say, I need another set of hands, you guys. Okay, now I'm going to alternate the colors, okay? I cut more of the plaid than I cut of the green, so I'm going to start with a plaid. All right. Next, go back to the plaid. I've seen some people do it where the tails are a lot shorter, like they have a short tail and a long tail, but I wanted to keep mine both the same size because I think it's gonna make it, you know, fluff out a little better for me anyway. So I'm just gonna keep pinching and adding these on. I act like I know what I'm doing. I've watched tons of videos. It should work, right? Okay. All right, this is getting to be a handful. All right, so now 4 inches. Let's see what we've got. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I wanted 9. Let's do 9. I want a really fat bow. I didn't want like a really like long, like, you know, really big loops, but I want a fat bow. This is really getting hard to handle. So I've seen people doing with 7, and it just kind of looked kind of empty to me. So that's why I'm doing 9. Might be a bit much, but we shall see. All right, now I've got all these together, and I'm going to grab my floral wire, and I'm going to wrap it right there, right where I was pinching, right in the at the apex there, right at the 4 inches. I'm just going to wrap it, and I'm going to hang on to it and just keep going. Just pinch it with my fingernails, and I'm going to keep wrapping it until it's nice and tight. I don't want any of these things to fall out, okay? All right, now what I'm going to do is now I'm going to start fluffing these, and I'm just going to pull them open like this. And they can go every which way. That's really what I want to do. I want to fluff these things out. All right, and I can do the same on the bottom. I can just start pulling them every which way as well. Now, one of the things that I did not mention, which some folks do, which I'm probably going to go back and do, is that they trim the edges or the tails so that they look pretty. So probably would have been good to do that before I started doing this, and that way I would have had a better idea of how it was going to all go down. So let me just do that real quick. I'm going to just cut a little V in them. You guys have done this before. Maybe you can share your bows with us in the comments there. Again, I love to see what you guys do. I just feel like you are so creative, every one of you. And everybody kind of just does their own thing. Like they're different. Yeah, sometimes we're like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I have to do the exact same thing. But it always turns out different, doesn't it? Never looks exactly the same. So I'm just cutting a little V in mine. And we're almost done. Yeah, I'm not going real big with the V's. The tails are the same size as the loop in this bow, my bow. Wonder if they would be with yours. So what I was saying is one woman, I was watching her, and she was doing the tails were different sizes, and the smaller part was like really little, like really close up to the inner part, and it just didn't hang down. And I thought, wow, that's maybe a little bit of a waste of a bow. But you know, what do I know? I'm just getting into this with the bow thing. All right, let me move these aside. You want to stick to the self-healing mat. All right, so just pulling. Now, hey, I actually think that looks cute. Let me finish fluffing, fluff. Oh, that's cute. It turned out cute. What do you guys think? What do you think of my bow? Still got a little bit of work to do, I think. After I put it in place, then I'll be able to play with it a little bit more. But I'm thinking it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. All right, so I'm going to set that aside, and we're going to bring the round back. Now, you guys know I just took like a half a minute here to let this dry, so it may not be in the best shape, but we're going to give it a go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut out this Grateful, Thankful, Blessed. And I am going to fuzz this. Remember, it probably needs it. Probably needs it. This paint's like, what are you doing? I definitely want to pick up some fuzz here. Some light. So if you guys don't know, this tacky towel has some, the other side is for drying, okay? So if you don't have one, you want to get one. I have always got stencils drying all over the place. Hanging them up everywhere. Upside down, of course, upside down. Okay, I'm thinking green. I'm thinking this is going to be green. Green or purple? Green or... What do I want to do? Green or purple? I'm going to lightly press this down and pray, pray, pray it does not pull up. I had this guy one time. I was going to go get a Bible embossed with my husband's name on it. And he spelled the last name wrong. Like twice he did it. And he says, this is not going to work much more. So are you all prayed up, girl? And I said, boy, I'm in the South, aren't I? Okay, I guess I could even do like alternate colors, couldn't I? This centered. Yeah, I'm going to leave that like that. I'm going to, let's see, I've got that color. No, I think the green is really going to make it pop. I guess white might have helped too, like if I did Grateful, Blessed, and then, maybe green for the Thankful, but I'm going to do them all the same. All together, we're going to share. Share the colors. Okay, I did not press down very hard, so cross your fingers and get all prayed up. And by the way, the embossing turned out great. That bottle was fantastic. And he did finally get the name right. I don't know. It really wasn't that hard, but I think he was just, there was a huge line, and I think he was just trying to get it, taken care of real quick. Okay, I didn't press this down real hard, so hopefully it also won't bleed. But you know what? I'm not going to be afraid of that. I'm not going to worry about it because that's going to slow me down and make me, apprehensive, and then I'll probably really mess up. But I'm just going to say, you know what? If I make a mistake, I'll fix it later. That's all. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, definitely brought up some of it definitely brought up some of that paint again. So I'll go back in, and next time I will learn my lesson, I will actually spray it or let it dry completely or something. But that's not a problem. I can fix it later. All right, so now I'm going to come in and do the rest of these leaves, and then we're going to put it all together, okay? So let me find out where that pattern matches up. I ended with, where is that darn stencil? That one was there. Okay. I think that's that guy. It is. It's that guy right there. Oh boy. Hold your breath. Okay. I just need that one little bit there. Same, just going in super quick. Colors. Gross, gross, you guys. I got my red in my purple. Nobody likes that. That's gross. Okay. Let's do a little real quick here. Perfect. That lined up perfectly. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, I'm gonna flip it around. And then since I switched these up, I did a different pattern on this side. So I need to find where that one was. I'm gonna have fun cleaning this later, aren't I? Okay, so I think that was this one. It was. So that's. Here we go. All right, it's the last of it. And then we will find the center of our masterpiece here and put our jute on and we will be done. And the last, I want to put some orange on here. Yeah. And you know what, you guys, I know you always can't see the whole thing, but I will try to get a picture in the comments afterwards. Beautiful. Okay, setting this aside. Again, make sure, don't be like me. Go ahead and put it on the slick side, right? That's the carrier sheet. The stencil should go on the slick side. Okay. I think minus the mistakes that will get cleaned up later. I'll put a picture after I clean them up. I think it's coming along really nicely. I do. Look at that. Look at all the colors. It's just like, yeah, it's gorgeous. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do, the very last thing that I'm going to do actually, is I'm going to line up where my jute should go. And then I will put it through and I'm going to show you how I do that. Give me just a minute to try to let some of this stuff set up real quick. In the meantime, hunt around for those pictures and show them to me. So this says grateful, thankful, blessed. Are you guys already making plans for Thanksgiving? I was making plans with family this weekend for this last weekend for Thanksgiving, and I know it's a ways away, but I'm ready for it. I love Thanksgiving. I love Christmas, and I think just all in all, I just really enjoy hanging out with family, and that's really my thing. If I could pick one thing in the world that I could have and hold on to, well, of course, my husband, but he's pretty awesome, but it would be family. Okay, looks like we're ready to go. Now I'm going to show you the little technique that I use, the little cheaters technique. Um, where did that paper go? Oh, okay, I've got the wax paper, and you guys, you can use any paper. I just happen to have the wax paper. It's long enough for me, so that's what I'm doing. All right, I'm going to put the camera down so you can see it. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I need to find the center here so that when I get ready to hang this stuff, it's all going to be correct. It's going to be, it's going to hang evenly. So I'm going to go ahead and slip this underneath. I'm going to line this up. I'm sure there are different or maybe even better ways to do this, but this is the way I do it. So I'm just going to line up the wax paper to this line and this line. If it was not, if it wasn't like this, if I did not have a line, I would just trace out the whole thing and then I would fold it in half and fold it in half again, and that would give me my center. Or you can measure it out. It's up to you. So now what I'm going to do is, because I know that it needs to be, I'm really concerned about, making sure not only does it go to the top, but is it also, like center here. So, whoops, without doing that. I'm going to trace around. All right, and then I'm going to cut it out. I don't smudge my work. On this table, I'm like run out of space. So this is a very big piece, this 18-inch round. All right, and then the next thing I do is I'm going to take, now you see how it's lined up like that? It's a hot mess. All right, now I'm going to fold it in half. Line it up and fold it in half, right? if I was just going to put a hanger or something like that, now I know where my center is. It's right here. But I don't want to do that. I actually want to put the jute maybe about here. Okay, so let me try to decide exactly where I want it. And actually, I think here would be good. Let's do here. All right, so now at this point, I can just punch through, just like that. Punch through with my pencil. Okay, now I'll just put it in place. Please be dry, leaves. Please be dry. All right, and then I'm gonna mark it right through that hole that I made. One's on a leaf, dang, and it's a pretty one. Okay, last thing I'm gonna do here to finish this off is, oh, I did not bring a block of wood. So I'm gonna hang it off the edge of this table, and I'm just gonna drill through. Right where I had the hole, okay? Or right where I had the marking. All right, there we have it. Okay, so we've got our holes. Let me grab the jute, I'll feed it through, and then we will put the bow on and we will be done. So I don't know how long I want it yet, so I'm just gonna grab a bunch of it and feed it through. The jute is always a struggle for me, but you know, a lot of times what I'll do is I will and I didn't bring it, but I will go ahead and burn the end of it, or I will put some wax on it. Depends on if I'm doing like beads or what I'm doing with it. This one just doesn't want to go. And I guess the other thing I could do is use some painter's tape. Let's try that. I'm not getting very far over here. And then if you're going to do that, then you've got to pull it. Dang it. You've got to pull it really tight. Could use more than just a little bit. That would help, huh? Good thing I stopped myself because I was going through one end and I really should just do, you know, come through the other way so I can flip it around. All right, I'm going to put that there, the tape, and then I'm going to just snip it. And now I can feed it through the back and to the front. It's a little sturdier now. A little easier to work with. And now I'm going to feed it through this way. And as I go through, I just start twisting it, and then it goes through. Okay, so here is my. I think let me see it. That door hanger, about that. I think about there looks good. Let me flip it around. And now I'm just going to, for right now, I'm just going to tie a knot. You could just tie a knot on either end, but in this case, I'm just going to tie a knot here. Hey, you guys, I got a cool project coming up soon. I want you to keep your eyes peeled for it. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, so, and then I might even like throw a little bit of wax on this. You know, it's just kind of me, just to make sure that things don't move around and they work out like I think they should. All right, so now I have got my, let me show you. I have got my great full blood. Look how gorgeous that's going to be. Look at how beautiful that's going to be hanging up. Okay, yeah, I got some boo-boos, but it's okay. All right, now I'm going to put my bow on, and then I'll show you what that looks like. So real quick, with the bow, I'm just going to put it down here. Remember, I had that wire on the bottom. I mean, was looping it all together, right? That's what I used to bring it all together. And I'm just going to, now I'm going to put it on this twine or jute. I'm going to put it this way so you can see it. I'm just going to wrap it again, okay? Just going to wrap it again. And for right now, because I don't have the right scissors and I keep doing it the wrong way with my poor scissors, I'm just going to tuck this wire in so you can't see it. We'll pretend like I snipped it off. Okay, and now I can just move it down. I kind of got it on there pretty good. All right, now I want you guys to tell me what you think. And give me your opinion, please, on my bow, because this is the first time I've done this bow, and I could use advice. So if you guys have advice, I am all ears. I'm taking it. All right, let me show you our finished project. How about that welcoming you home? Isn't that cool? All right, grateful, thankful, blessed. Yes, I am. And I hope you guys have a terrific day. Bye-bye.